Last week, I tried to become a customer at two local Dallas community banks. I'm not going to call them out, but at the first one, I booked an appointment online. They called me because I accidentally booked it on President's Day. Their system let me book on a national holiday. But they didn't book me when I was on the line. They still redirected me to their website. So fine, I rebooked for Tuesday. I didn't get a confirmation email and I didn't get a reminder. I showed up Tuesday and nobody knew I was coming. They figured it out when I was already filling out paperwork. And the banker literally goes, "Oh, you're that guy that booked online." The second bank didn't even have a calendar on their website, just a form. And so I filled it out. And a week later, I heard nothing. I had to physically drive to the branch to make something happen. Now, here's the thing. I'm not telling this story to roast these banks. I'm telling it because they're solving the wrong problem entirely. And I'm going to prove it by building them a fix in about 20 minutes. Every community bank I talk to is worried about the same thing. How do we get people to sign up online? How do we compete with Chase, with the big digital banks? And I get it. But here's the issue with that thinking. You're never going to outchase Chase. They have $500 million in marketing. They have an app that took 10 years to build and 1,000 engineers working on that simultaneously during that time frame. You're not winning that fight, but you don't have to, because that's not actually why people bank with a community bank. Think about why someone ends up at a local community bank in the first place. They walk by the branch. A friend referred them. Their accountant told them to go talk to someone there. Nobody's Googling best community bank in Dallas and then signing up cold online. That's not how this works. The value proposition of a community bank is a relationship. Your banker knows your business. They call you back personally. They show up, even if that's a weekend. That's what you're selling. And that's what Chase literally cannot offer. So when a community bank strips out the human touch point from the acquisition process to seem modern, they don't get more customers. They just lose the one advantage they had. So what's the actual problem? It's not that people can't sign up online. It's that someone showed interest and a human never followed up. I filled out a form and it fell into a black hole. That's a follow-up problem, not a digital problem. And here's how simple the fix is. Any inbound interest, a form submission, a walk-in, a referral, a website visit, should immediately trigger a banker reaching out within the hour. Not a welcome email, a human with a face. And honestly, it doesn't even need to be in person. A quick Zoom call works. The relationship starts at first contact, not at account opening. You just want someone to say, "Hey, I'm Sarah. I saw you reached out. I'd love to learn more about what you're working on. You got 15 minutes this week?" That's it. That's the whole fix. So let me build it. So I'm going to vibe code this right now. And what I want to build is simple. Someone fills out an interest form and within 60 seconds, a banker gets a text with the person's name, phone number, and a pre-drafted outreach message ready to send. Human touch, just accelerated. I'm not going to hard code anything. I'm just going to describe what I want to Claude and let it build. So enjoy the music while I get this done. Now look at this. From the moment someone submits that form, the banker has everything they need to make a personal call in under a minute. Name, number, what they're interested. The message is drafted, and all they have to do is hit send or pick up the phone. I used a free Google Calendar link, and it automatically blocks holidays. You're welcome. That's the difference between me falling into a black hole for a week and a banker calling me back before I even get home. Community banks have spent the last 5 years trying to build a worse version of Chase, and it's cost them. The banks that are going to win the next decade aren't the ones with the slickest app. They're the ones that figure out how to combine the speed of technology with the thing that actually makes people want to bank locally. A real human who knows their name. This tool took me about 20 minutes to build. The follow-up problem it solves has been costing these banks customers for years. If you work at a community bank or you advise one and you want to talk through how something like this would actually work in your environment, drop a comment or send me a message. I'm happy to dig in. And if you're in finance and you're tired of doing things manually that you could automate in an afternoon, subscribe. That's what this channel is for.